Welcome back to the Half Baked podcast. I am Maddie.
And I'm Blake.
This is episode 5.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about sororities because Maddie knows nothing about them, and I was in one for 2 years.
And I have lots of questions because I have 4 sisters, 3 of which are college age or graduated, and all of which rushed sororities. But I didn't,
Yeah.
obviously. They were always like talking about things, and I would be like, or I would Google it sometimes. I would have to Google words. I didn't. This is probably so
Yeah.
embarrassing. I guess this isn't even really like a sorority thing, but it's also like I didn't go to a party school really. SCAD was
Yeah.
art school parties. Like they were still crazy, but they were just like a lot different, I think. Anyway, I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't know what darty meant. I
Oh
had to
my
Google it.
God, really?
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant. I
That's
just thought.
funny.
I just thought it was like a silly. I don't know. I didn't realize that it literally like had a. I knew
A
that it
gay
would
party.
obviously meant like a party.
I mean, how would you know? I didn't know
Never
what it
heard
was
it.
till I went to one, so.
I just say day drinking.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we called it that too.
Can't
Okay,
drink all
so,
day unless you start in the morning.
true.
That's what my dad says. Sorry.
So I went to Georgia Southern, which is a smaller school, but it has the same vibe as like a Alabama, UGA,
Mm-hmm.
as far as like the Greek life. So I guess I should start by defining what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I low-key sort of don't even know that. I mean, I know, like, obviously what it is, like,
Yeah,
now. Like, I know that there's a house and parties and stuff,
yeah.
like, but I don't know why people join sororities or anything like that.
So basically, the first sorority was founded in 1851,
Same.
and it was like for groups of women at college to get together and talk about, or not talk about, but like just have common interests about something that wasn't like college and academics.
Yeah.
And obviously, the boys started it. Fraternities were first because they were the only ones at college.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was gonna ask if I was like, I guess it was a different vibe though, because there wasn't really that many
Yeah,
girls going to school.
exactly. And the first one was actually founded at a college in Macon, Georgia. So,
Oh, so
yeah.
I'm in the state of
Yeah.
that founded sororities.
Wesleyan Female College, which is now just Wesleyan College, I think. I
Hmm.
think they allow men now. But yeah, so they basically men had been doing it while they were in school because, and then
It's
so
just like a
then
club. It's like a,
yeah,
you
it's a
know.
club. It's a club. And so that's kind of what it was back then. I don't think they did much philanthropy back then in the 1800s. I don't know what they did. But
I mean, to me, it makes more sense for women because you would think that there's not really as many women in the school,
yeah,
so you would want to kind of like have a thing.
yeah,
Fraternities, IDK, why those? But that's not what we're talking about today, so it doesn't matter.
yeah. And it was
Girls
like,
only.
and it was very like sacred and like ritualistic, kind of like
Hmm.
witchy almost, which is weird that men were doing that shit too, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
I guess it's not weird, good for them, but whatever. But like there's like the ritual, the initiation ritual that I partake in,
Partook.
what
Part.
partook in
Did it happen
was
to you?
is the same thing that the women did in whatever year.
That's so
So
crazy.
that kind of is cool, I guess, but also
Yeah.
weird.
I mean, I think that like part of it, I mean, I guess like I said, I don't know anything. I feel like part of it is just being a part of something is fun. Like being
Yeah.
a Swiftie is fun because being a part of a bigger group is fun to do.
I mean, yeah, that
That does
literally,
specific things, that has traditions together. Like it's like you
yeah,
get to like go into like sort of a family and have like a
yeah,
cool thing where you have it in
yeah.
common with other people.
And that is why I rushed.
Hmm.
But not all sororities are like that, unfortunately. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really talk to a single person that was in mine anymore. But I do know that there are girls who still are in their friend groups.
I think it probably just depends. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like anything. Like, I mean, some people have friends from college still, and some people aren't friends with a ton of people that they were close to. And I'm
yeah,
not, all of the people that I was closest to in college, I'm not really friends with anymore. I
yeah,
mean, it's just life just happens.
yeah. It's just like if you look like I mean, like each pledge class is like 70 people.
Yeah.
So like obviously you're not going to be besties with 70 people for
Yeah.
the rest of your life. Also, we should just mention that it was only white women for
Quite a
a
long time.
long, long time. And still is in a lot of cases, which is really disturbing. And
Unfortunate.
I do have some stories to share about that, unfortunately. Okay, so I also had in my notes here the reason they use Greek letters is because the Greek language was seen as more prestigious than Latin because like everyone learned Latin in primary school back then, I guess.
They're like,
And
we have to
but
make sure we look better
yeah,
than.
but you had to go to college to learn Greek. So that's why they
Oh, I
use Greek
mean,
letters.
that makes sense. I never knew that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, so I thought that was interesting. And the letters used to be significant, like they would mean something specific to the organization, but now it's not really significant in
Oh,
today's context.
I was gonna ask that.
It's just kind of what they were called, and they still are
Yeah,
called that.
gotcha.
Today we're going to be talking about the Panhellenic sororities, which are the white people ones, which are the big ones that you would know of at like the big southern schools, like
Yeah. Well, I mean, and all of my sisters are white,
yeah.
so yeah.
So the National Panhellenic Conference, the NPC, is the grouping of all these sororities. There are 26 of them, and
Okay.
I thought it would be funny if I read all of them.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, Alpha Chi Omega, Alpha Delta Pi, Alpha Epsilon Phi, Alpha Gamma Delta, Alpha Omicron Pi, Alpha Phi, Alpha Sigma Alpha, Alpha Sigma Tau, Alpha Xi Delta, Chi Omega, Delta Delta Delta, Delta Gamma, Delta Phi Epsilon, Delta Zeta, Gamma Phi Beta, Kappa Alpha Theta, Kappa Delta, Kappa Kappa Gamma, Phi Mu, Phi Sigma Sigma, Pi Beta Phi, Sigma Delta Tau, Sigma Kappa, Sigma Sigma Sigma, Theta Phi Alpha, and Zeta Tau Alpha.
Wow. I watched something at some point in my life where they were delta delta deltas, but I thought that it was making fun of I thought it was making fun of sororities. I didn't know that was real. That sounds sorry. No
It's
offense to any delta delta deltas, but that
they
sounds funny.
they call themselves the Tridelts. Tridelt.
Okay.
So
Okay. Delta
no,
delta
wait, that's
delta.
AD Pi. I don't know. But so each one has like their own hand symbol. This was
Yeah.
mine because
I'm
I was a Zeta.
You're like, gotta get that out of the way at the top.
I don't know. Um,
I don't know what my sisters were.
yeah,
Well, they like told me, but like obviously it never stuck in my brain because I
yeah,
have no context for like they're just like I'm da da da. I'm like, okay, awesome.
yeah. We had to. You have to learn the Greek alphabet for your initiation, in
I
mine at
mean,
least.
slay. That would be cool, I guess, if I
Yeah.
knew that.
So each one of these has their own philanthropy. Mine was breast cancer awareness. Um, but
Do
yeah,
people join based on that
actually, yeah.
sometimes?
It's like some people like they want they like connect with that cause, so they kind of want to be in that one, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
When I rushed, I didn't know what Greek life was, so I didn't really have a preference.
yeah,
But yeah, it also varies school to school. Like not all colleges have every single one, obviously.
yeah.
And like one college's chapter could be completely different vibes than that same one at a different college.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends. It's very specific to your school.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's the history. And now we can fast forward to today.
Slay.
And we can talk about recruitment. And I'm going to kind of talk about it from the side that I know when you're already in it. But I feel like on TikTok, a lot of the content is like what I'm wearing for Rush. Like it's before any girls are like in the group yet,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So there's like a lot of preparation that goes
I know
into
that it's crazy. I
recruitment.
just for, I guess, further context for the viewer. Um, two of my sisters rushed at Alabama
Yeah.
at the height of the Bama rush. Like,
TikTok.
I'm pretty sure that the year that it blew up on TikTok was when my sister Emma was rushing. I'm almost positive. But then shortly after, my younger sister Ella rushed too, and so they were doing the really crazy stuff. And again, I have no context for it, whatever. I'm just seeing it on Instagram and I'm liking photos because I'm like,
Yeah.
they're like, I did this, and I'm like, awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means, but I'm happy for you. And then my sister Caroline goes to MTSU, which, well, she graduated, but Middle Tennessee State University. It's a lot smaller, and she ended up doing a sorority because, well, she didn't know how to make friends, so she ended up
Yeah.
rushing. Which isn't that a reason? A lot of people like it helps you
Yeah.
connect with a lot of people, and it was obviously like not the same. I mean, obviously it has similarities because I mean they were both sororities, but obviously like at a state school versus Bama, the rush looked very different on both on those
Yeah.
two sides.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry. I was just saying that I kind of have a small look into like a more like toned down normal, and then I have a look into like the most
Yeah.
over the top crazy ones,
Yeah.
basically.
And things have definitely gotten crazier since I was in it. What year was I in college? 16. That's
Slay.
crazy.
The air was different in 2016. I was a senior in high school in 2016.
Oh my God. Okay, I was a sophomore in college. The year we are talking about right now is 2016. So let's take ourselves back. So I don't know what has changed since then about all of this. I did read that in 2023 the National Panhellenic Conference eliminated extraneous and costly performances. This includes, but is not limited to, recruitment tickets and door stacks, which door stacks are like the chants when everyone's standing at the door.
So I guess it's dangerous. I don't know.
But I
Or,
don't, so I don't know if like people still do that or I don't know. But
well, like you said, I mean, I'm learning about it from you, so I'm learning
yeah,
how you did it.
yeah. So we're gonna talk about what I know. So things
Yeah.
have may have changed, but you know.
Yeah.
So basically, you have to prepare for this recruitment week because you're going to be like there's going to be hundreds of girls coming in and out of your house for a whole week, the sorority house,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty intense. Okay, so there's like a week before and it's called Hell Week.
Okay.
And you have
Makes
to
sense.
or work week. Work week. And you have to come to like move to college early because this all happens before school
Yeah.
starts in August. Basically, every morning you're waking up and you're going to the house and there's like a theme for each day and you have to like look nice because they're filming content
Mm-hmm.
for the social media. It's probably gotten even crazier now. Like
Are there rules on what you have to wear, like specific ones, or just a general, like,
so
look good?
there's a theme for each day. So it could be like pajama day and but like not
It still has
true
to be
pajama
slay
day.
pajamas.
Cute. It's cute pajama
You're
day.
still wearing makeup.
Yeah, your hair is done. Like there's a school spirit day, you know, you wear your school gear,
Yeah.
whatever. They are just trying to make it fun, but it's not fun. This and so yeah, so you're there early in the morning until late at night every single day practicing. And
That
what are we
sucks.
practicing? We are practicing having like surface level conversations with random people. So that means you're just going around and you're talking to different sisters and you're talking about like what's your major? What do you like to do? Blah 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 because that's what
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be doing with all these girls to try to decide who is
Recruit. Yeah.
worthy of your sisterhood. So yeah, it's pretty brutal. It really is. And it's like and then so not only are you practicing that, we're also practicing choreography.
I was about to say, and the dances? Question mark.
Not just the dances, the entrance to the house is choreographed. Like the way the girls enter into the
That's so
house
crazy.
and the way you scoop them up is choreographed. So
Wow.
like so
I mean, I guess
there's
that's safe. I
yeah.
guess. I mean,
So like if you're on the outside and you're like a girl and you're gonna walk into the house during recruitment, like you're lined up outside and like we're lined up inside waiting. And like as a girl on the outside, like you think you're just being picked up by like a random girl that you get to talk to. No, that's choreographed. You know the name of the girl you're scooping
Oh
up
my God, that's
when you
crazy.
it's crazy. Like you know a little bit about her, you know what you're you know. It's
Wow.
really weird. So yeah, so we're choreographing that, making sure it's seamless because it has to be because the girl's going to go to the house next door and hers is going to be perfect and she's going to join that one and not yours.
So you
So
definitely, so it's an interesting back and forth between you having to be perfect enough that they'll pick you, but then also you have to pick them too at the, you know what I mean?
exactly,
Like it's kind
yeah.
of weird. Like at one hand you're trying to impress them, but then they have to
Yeah.
be impressing you. It's so
It
interesting.
is it is interesting to go from like being in the recruitment and then the next year being on the inside because it's like then you get to learn all the secrets
Hmm.
and like how it really is because it seems so
Different when you're first brought into it.
it's way more rehearsed than you would expect.
Yeah.
Um okay, so yeah. So you're practicing choreography, you're practicing talking, and then you're practicing the chants and the songs. And yeah, so that's what a lot of people might know, like the creepy chanting at the door. You're all like stacked up,
Yeah.
and you have to be extremely loud, and it's very jarring. They literally have competitions with the houses, like, and then someone has to say, okay, who was the loudest house? Like they like stand at the front of the sorority road, and like
And
every,
listen.
it's crazy. So you have to be screaming because basically what they tell you is you want the girls down the street in line to hear you and be like, "Ooh, I want to be over there." Like they're
See,
loudest.
because for me, I would be like,
You like
gee, let me go to this noisy house. I don't want to be in a noisy house.
it really is one of those things where like you have to just accept what you're experiencing. Like
Yeah. Well,
because
I'm also 27 years old, you
yeah.
know. I understand how I don't think it ever still would have necessarily been for me, but I can definitely see how the vibe is way different when you're 18. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah, true.
obviously you it's way different than how I am now.
Yeah, it's very I feel like it would only work it only works when you're 18 because you don't know any better. So, one of the songs that we did, we remixed Wannabe by Spice Girls. And it was like, if you want to be a Zeta.
Easy, easy money.
And so, like, for one of the days of recruitment, like, that's what we would be singing as the girls are coming in. So, and then there's also a goodbye song. So, like, that's what we're rehearsing. Like, there's an intro song as the girls walk in, and then there's a goodbye song as they're filing out. And there's choreographed things,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it takes a week to do that, I guess. Well, actually, yeah, it does. It's
And
pretty
to learn
rough.
to have conversations and
Yeah.
research the girls.
It's all just college girls in this house. Like, the
Hmm.
ones telling you what to do are just like a year older than you, and they're
Yeah.
yelling at you.
Yeah.
And it's very weird vibes, but that's what it is. So,
Interesting.
at the end of the night, after everyone's exhausted, there is a slideshow that everyone watches. And the slideshow is basically of every single girl who's going to be coming through recruitment that year. Like they each have a slide for themselves, and it's like a picture of them, their GPA, what their hobbies are, what they want to major in, and if they have a legacy in their sorority, like
Fam.
if their
Yeah.
mom was
Hmm.
one, family, yeah. So, and then they would be rated on a star ratings scale, 1 through 5 stars.
Man.
And so the person would be scrolling through the PowerPoint and she would say, "This is Katie Smith. She does this and this. She is a 5 star girl." Next, this is Brittany Stone. She has a 3.5 GPA. Blah blah. She is a 3 star girl. Skips, and it's just they're just ranked.
That's
I don't really
crazy.
remember exactly what the like, because I wasn't the one putting the stars on them. That
Yeah.
was not my job.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
I
gosh.
can you imagine like that was like a group of girls' job to rank these girls.
See, and that's the part of sororities that is just hard for me. And I understand that you can't just like have anyone who wants to join because then the whole structure collapses. But it's so
It's
like
very icky, trust me.
like
It is weird. It is so weird. It's so and and like looking back, like it was not weird.
when you're in it, it's normal because everyone else is doing it
They
too.
normalized so much weird, gross behavior, and I I'm not proud of participating in that, honestly. But I mean, I didn't participate in like that crazy shit, but like
Yeah, you're like,
when I saw that, I was just like, damn. Because then you think about, okay, so I was on this PowerPoint before, and I like, what star
yeah,
rating
what
was
was
I?
I? Yeah, that's the problem is that I wouldn't be able to be like fully, and I'm not saying mean girl like as in all of the girls that do this are mean. That's not what I mean. But I do mean that in order to rank these girls in like a slideshow with a star rating, you have to have a touch of mean girl in you because like I just don't I can't pick apart a person like that. Just
Yeah,
like I don't know. Again, I'm not
yeah,
trying to say that you have to be mean, but I feel like that's just going to end up making me crazy in my brain because I'm going to think about all of the things that I like deducted points from this girl from, and then like if I do, you know what I mean? I don't know.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a strange to think about,
It is very strange.
especially because it's like I think it's uncomfortable because it's not possible to make it like objective. Like it's not based on just grades. It's based on like
No,
your personality and how you look and if you fit in with everyone else that's there. And that's like, kind of more harsh than like you didn't get in because you have bad
yeah.
grades or
And let's be
whatever.
honest, like the PowerPoint during work week, like we don't know any of these girls yet. No one has spoken to them. So
Exactly. You're
what
literally
is
just
that star rating
going off
based
of
on?
their hobby, their
Their
GPA, and their selfie,
their
how
looks,
they
their
look.
social media. Yep,
Yep.
literally. Because they look at their social media too. So,
Yeah.
and actually when I was researching I was researching like applications because I wanted to see like what they asked for,
Hmm.
and the fraternity application literally asks for a picture of you and your GPA. So for the boys, the sorority application asks for like your fucking life story,
That's crazy. That
like
makes
everything about you. Like it's just really, it's just I don't know. Like, do we really need to be doing all that? These are the outfits that we wore during recruitment. So these are the outfits that we wore on
the
each
sandals
day.
and side parts are crazy.
I know it's absolutely insane. The choker,
Yes.
so 2016. So each day had like a theme.
Hmm.
Day one is just like icebreakers. Day two was like philanthropy day, so we talked about breast cancer. And then there's a sisterhood day where um there would be like content that you show to all the girls. So like a sisterhood video, which was just like a cute video of everyone, all the
Hmm.
prettiest girls because they got picked to be filmed, just
Perfect.
looking sisterly and like
Hmm.
they love each other. Basically, the whole point is to make your house look the best.
And the most fun and has the prettiest, most fun girls.
Yep, they don't want to say that, but that's the
Well,
truth.
you're advertising yourself,
Yeah,
ultimately. I mean, and money does
and
exchange hands, so,
yeah,
you know.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
Well, during the actual recruitment week, the slideshow continues to be shown, but obviously girls are taken out as they get cut.
How many
And
people usually apply? Like, how many do you start with?
there was like hundreds because like a pledge class is 70 people, so like at least 500, I
That's
think.
crazy. Wow.
But I don't even know at the big schools because I know they have to like to do 2 rounds of icebreaker days because they can't even get through all of them in
Yeah.
one day.
Yeah. That's
But
nuts.
so the slideshow is getting smaller and smaller, and also at the end of each time you talk to a girl, you have to like write down little notes, and this you have to tell the people if this girl will be a good fit for our organization.
Hmm.
Which for me that was so hard. I loved every girl I talked to.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I would be like, I don't know. They all seem like they
Yeah,
would be
they
fun.
were
Like,
all
unless there
great.
was someone that was like extremely weird off the jump. But even
Yeah,
then, I might be like, she's fun.
yeah. So you would write down on a little slip and you would, put submit it to the team or whatever. the executives, and the alumni are like the funders of it all
Mm-hmm.
because alumni organizations ask for so much money,
Yeah.
and so they would basically have final approval on who we're allowed to accept. And this is where the racism comes in because
That's where people would start to get cut.
yeah, there was a lady, I think, oh, should I say her name? Her name was
For our
Alice,
audience. Alice!
and she would not allow a black girl into our sorority while I was there. So there
Like, she
had
said that? Like, straight
yes,
up?
yes. Like not to me, but I do know that there were black girls going through our recruitment that she told our sisters like no, she's being cut because she's not, even though like they really liked her. Yeah.
That's crazy. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's still bad to be like, all of the POCs randomly are not getting chosen.
Yeah.
But it's a whole other thing to be like, hey, we're not picking them because of their race,
Yeah,
period.
it was
Like,
pretty blatant
not even masking it.
and pretty disturbing. And those were not my sisters. Those were elder alumni, old.
Yeah.
Alice was an old woman. She sucked. Fuck
You would,
her.
I mean, yeah, that's,
And since
it's
then, there
definitely a
has
mess.
been black girls in my chapter. But as of 2016, when I was on
There was
in,
not.
there had never been a single person of color in that chapter since whenever it was founded, like in the 1900s.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a just
Yeah.
your chapter thing. Like, I
Yeah.
think it's definitely a widespread problem. It's just crazy to think about
Yeah. I mean, it is culturally white person because
because they
it
never,
is
yeah,
historically a white person thing, which
yeah,
sucks, but like that it is what it is.
yeah.
And yeah, no, not a lot of people of color do go through the recruitment probably because
Well, I mean, obviously it
um
would be very unwelcoming
it is,
just on
yeah.
the jump. Like, I mean, you probably would look at the pictures and then not even apply because you're like, okay, they probably don't want me, and that's
Yeah.
awful. I mean, I'm not, obviously, I don't think that that's okay. I'm
And
just, you know,
there are organizations like sororities now.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Are there any other ones that it's like no white people, just black people, no white people, just Hispanic people, like other,
Yeah, there
but
is
I'm
like
assuming less big.
there is another like conference, like the Pan Hellenic Conference. It's actually literally called Pan-Hellenic Conference, and it's like the one that is of the different sororities that are
Hmm.
more diverse.
So there is change, but it's still crazy to hear something like that in 2016. It just feels
Yeah,
like, guys, that hasn't been acceptable for so
I
long.
know. It's really fucked up, really gross, and it sucks. The alumni really do control a lot of what goes on and what's allowed and who is allowed to enter and everything like that.
Hmm.
I guess we should talk about bid day. Every year there's like a theme. So this theme was like I forgot. 70s Beatles. Bid day is basically a big party. Like all the new girls that you have accepted come and you party at your house. There's no alcohol, but it's a vibe. Everything is like for content though, especially now, I bet. Because
Yeah,
even then, like everyone, each sorority house like had like a filmer, and
yeah.
like you hire them and they film everyone dancing and being fun. So I can't even imagine what it's like now. Like they
Yeah,
probably like
because we didn't even have social, like, I mean, obviously we had social media in 2016, but like it was still nothing like it is
it was
now.
for pictures mostly. It was not for
Yeah,
video.
Snapchats, like,
Yeah, so I can't even imagine what it's like now. Back then it was fun because we didn't get to do
well,
that
no, I
all the
mean, I'm still,
time.
it's fun. I'm sure it's still
Yeah,
like fun because I mean, like I said, it's
yeah,
still like at the end of the day, it's fun for me to go to Swifty dance parties at clubs
yeah.
because I'm surrounded by other Swifties and we're all dancing and doing the same thing. And I
Yeah.
mean, so it's kind of a similar, like,
I
I
just feel
totally see
like
why it's fun.
now it might be more focused on just like how it all looks
Yeah,
because
probably.
and back then it was more
Actually having fun
it
and
was
filming it. But
yeah,
now it's like filming it
filming
is
comes
the
first.
priority.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would believe that in a lot of cases.
Because back then like it was fun to like be in a cool video though because I never was professionally filmed before, really. Like,
Yeah.
not that I was even really in the videos because I wasn't pretty enough.
Ah,
But,
I'm so sorry.
I can actually show you our videos. They're so 2016. I'm in none of them, but if you wanted to
They're
see.
still time capsules of.
Yeah, I thought they were so sick at the time.
Oh, yeah, I totally understand.
It's like
2016 was just different too. Everything was different in 2016. Everything was better.
until the election.
Well, that's obviously not what I'm talking about.
So basically, bid day is the last fun day before everything cracks down and gets serious. And then you have to start studying when you're a new girl and you've
Oh,
just been rushed. You've chosen your house, you're a new ZTA, and now you have to start studying the history and you have to learn the Greek alphabet and you have to memorize shit. And I wish I still had all my notes from that, but I don't.
can you get kicked out? Is there like a test?
You can retake it, but
Okay, so
yes,
there's leniency.
there is leniency to an extent.
Yeah,
Um, because like you have to show that you're putting effort in.
yeah.
But yes, there is a test, like a written one and a spoken one, and like it's pretty crazy. But it's pretty chill, especially depending on I forgot what her title was, but like there's like a person, like a new member guide person
Mm-hmm.
who like is the one teaching you everything and giving you your shit. So if she's nice and slay,
Then
then your
everything's.
experience is probably going to be slay. And mine was cool. She was cool. Um, I'm pretty sure big little reveal is before initiation because you need to have your big to guide you. But anyway, so big little is big sister and little sister.
Mm-hmm.
And
This is probably
basically
the only thing I'm even sort of familiar with.
basically the point of your big sister is to be like your big sister
Yeah.
and help you through because you're a freshman in college at this point. So they're kind of helping you through your beginning of college and also joining the org and everything. And yeah, I liked my big. She was slay.
And don't you like do dates and stuff to figure out who they would is their little? Because I know my little sister, it was down to like where three people might have been hers, and then right at the end of her last like date or like whatever I don't know what it's called, the girl was like, "I just hate Taylor Swift," and Carolyn was like, "Ah." And then thankfully she got
Oh
a
my
different
god.
girl that wasn't her. It
Oh
was one
my
of the other
god.
three. So
That's good.
yeah, yeah, because
Yeah,
this was
we
pre-Eras tour too. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it
yeah.
definitely was actually. So
Yeah, we didn't do like formal dates. Well, I know it's not a formal date, but we didn't do dates like that at the time. It was more casual, I don't know. And then when I got my little, she never wanted to hang out with me, so I really never hung
damn,
out with her at all.
damn,
It was pretty sad, actually.
that does suck.
Yeah. This is generations of big littles here.
Mm-hmm.
So you have your my grand big, and then my great grand big is, and then my little, and yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a family tree.
Parts are so crazy.
I
They
know.
didn't look crazy at the time, but like, look at these comb overs.
I know.
Like,
It's
these are all beautiful girls. I'm not, but like, it's comb over hair, and they all have it. Especially the girl in the front, on in the left middle, and the girl on the top far right. Like, it's giving crazy comb over, and
the
I'm sure they
girl
don't wear it like that now, and I'm sure they look so beautiful.
and so your big will make you this big basket of like your
Mm-hmm.
sorority's merch and like other slay things and give you it. And then the you're supposed to give them a gift in return, like a nice gift. Like usually it's like a lot of people in Zeta would get like the Pandora crown ring
Mm-hmm.
because our logo is a crown
Mm-hmm.
because only the best get crowned.
So true.
Yeah. And so that's what a lot of people would give. So you're kind of giving your big the same value in items as
Yeah.
what they gave you. But
Yeah.
it's
Just
actually
like in a basket
probably,
format.
yeah, it's actually, the basket is probably way more expensive though.
Do you have to pay for the merch? Or
Yes.
is
This is out of your own pocket.
that's crazy? Well, I figured that like the extras, but like the t-shirts and stuff, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep,
They don't
that's out of
provide
your own
it for
pocket.
you?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So,
crazy. And when you have your outfits, you have to pay for all of those.
yes, we'll get, yeah.
That's crazy.
So there is a ritual for the big little reveal, and that's why we're all dressed in white in this photo, and also wearing no makeup and looking pretty rough. Well,
I
me.
was, no. I thought that it was at the end of the day or something.
It is. It's
Everyone's a
night.
little, yeah,
It's
so.
nighttime, Sunday night, because all the rituals are on Sunday nights. Well, initiation actually happens over multiple days because there's so many girls. So I was gonna talk about the kind of secrets of the initiation ritual, but then just didn't know if that would be like bad taste
Yeah.
because I mean, no one really does that. So the initiation ritual is when you're finally truly initiated into the organization. And every sorority has a different ritual. I don't know any other ones. You can Google them, they are there. And I was going to talk a little bit about it. I'll share a few things, but I'm not going to share like because you can just go read it.
I was about to say, so I mean, it's Googleable, so you don't have to share it. Like, it's not breaking news.
But I will just share some of my experience. So
Hmm.
you have to wear your white dress, white shoes. You have to wear white undergarments because you will be removing your clothes and putting on a white robe.
Okay.
Yes. You are dressed in a white robe and your your hands are bound with rope.
Okay. Okay.
You're blindfolded. It's not scary though.
Well, you know you know, like you don't know exactly what's happening, but it's not like you go and pluck them out of their
Yeah.
like
And
beds and they don't know that it's
yeah.
happening.
And then you're led into the chapter room, which is the big room where everyone meets, and all of the sisters are like sitting there. And basically words are said to you, oaths are taken, secrets are shared. It's pretty boring, to be honest. And yeah, like there's like a secret handshake, you write your name in a book. It's pretty chill vibes. At least mine was.
Hmm.
And then you're officially initiated. Then you're officially a sister, and everything's great. And now we can move on to the money.
Very
And,
excited for this.
and if you scroll up, you can find a screenshot of my actual bill.
Let's see.
And
Nice shirts.
I just realized the total is 1989.50. That's crazy.
We're Easter
So,
egging. This is an Easter egg. Taylor asked us to do it.
yeah. So you can see a lot of these are shirts
Yeah.
and merch, which all is extra. And
And tickets.
yeah,
You have to pay money for a
to go to your
ticket
own
to go to,
event.
and
Yes.
you're required to go to the event, aren't
Well,
you?
the events are fundraisers, so I will
Okay,
say
but
they're not just like events to be had, but like it is fucking crazy that like you join this organization
like
and
it was $5.
yeah,
They couldn't just cover the $5 for the.
no.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of it's merch and the merch is extra. You're not required to purchase most of the merch. Some of them are required though, like
I was about to say because like for the you have to have the matching outfits for
yeah,
certain things and stuff.
for like the recruitment, all that's required obviously.
Mhm.
Which I actually think that the Pan-Hellenic Conference changed another rule also where that stuff can't be extra and has to be included.
Well,
Like
that would be nice.
I think I read that, but I'm not sure. So that is the broken down invoice. But I'm like looking at it and it's not completely broken down. So basically, if you look at the top, each month is about
600.
$660 for like the flat just being in the organization fee. And it says spring out of the house apartment, and that just means that I wasn't living in the house.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that because I do not understand how the house works. I
Yeah,
know for
so
some places the house isn't even like actually a house where people live,
yeah,
right? But
not
then
all
sometimes it is.
not all schools have like an actual sorority house also. My
Mhm.
school did. There's like a row, Greek row, where it was
Yeah.
called Olympic Boulevard. And there are all the houses and people did live in them and it was like a what's the word? Like a not a raffle, but like
Lottery?
a lottery, and because people didn't want to live at the house in my school,
Probably wouldn't
but
want.
I know at bigger schools like I know at UGA the house was big enough for all the new girls to live there, so like it was kind of a different vibe, but it wasn't like that at my school. So you if you got picked to live in the house, you had to, and if you already signed a lease, you're screwed. That happened to a lot of girls. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Okay, that's
I
crazy.
know.
What
It's
about what about these sleeping rooms that I've seen on TikTok? What's going on with
wait,
those?
what do you mean sleeping rooms?
Okay, maybe it's not something. Maybe it's not. I saw a TikTok where they're like showing their sorority house, and then like in like a deck, like a screened deck, they had like a whole bunch of like bunk beds that
I I don't know
let
what
me
that
see.
is.
Let me see. Cold rooms.
I'll Google it.
Sorority cold rooms. Oh. Designated communal sleeping areas used by members of some larger sororities and fraternities at schools like Indiana University, Purdue, and the University of Washington. Tucked into attics or basements, these spaces are outfitted with rows of bunk beds resembling military style barracks and are designed for around the clock sleeping.
Okay, yeah, that was
It's
not.
it was like I guess like everyone like slept in there because like
There
that
wasn't
way,
enough space.
well, it was the only way that you could guarantee like not light, no light, no sound, no like for just it was just
Okay.
for sleeping.
Because there was
Is
stuff going on in the rest of the house.
yeah. Some bunks are more coveted than others. Bunks were assigned based on a point system. We gained
Okay, yeah.
points.
That's not how my house was. There were nice rooms and bathrooms for everyone. You shared a room with one other person, and you shared a bathroom with four people. Like there's a bathroom in the middle of your room.
That's pretty normal. Apparently, the cold room thing has history. Like it started in the 1900s, but
Okay.
that's so that's where I must have been getting it from. That's when it was like a screened-in porch that had the beds out there.
Okay, I mean, I guess that makes more sense
They didn't
because
have AC back then, so
and they're like their sorority houses back then were probably
they're primary residents, right?
maybe
I don't know.
true
I
because
don't.
like it does take the place of your dorm if you're like
Mm-hmm.
today, so
Yeah. I
or
guess it
apartment.
just, yeah. I guess it just depends what sorority you're in and where. Because I've
Yeah,
definitely seen
definitely.
some situations where I was like, oh, I would, I mean, like, and I know the summer I turned pretty made a lot of Greek mistakes. I saw a lot of people talking about, like, what was it? She was drinking in her letters.
Oh yeah,
She gave Belly a sweatshirt, so Belly was wearing her letters, which isn't allowed, right?
no,
And also, she had like a huge room all to herself. But I mean, if that was my room, I would totally live in the sorority house. Seemed great.
yeah. If you lived in the house, you did get breakfast made for you though. Well, so my sorority had a meal plan.
Hmm.
Not all do, but we had a meal plan where they would serve you dinner and lunch. And if you lived there, breakfast. Not every day.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good actually. It was like a private chef, so
Okay, so it was actually, well, because, sometimes they say that and then it's just like,
yeah, it was pretty good. It's like that chef on TikTok. I don't know if anyone has seen him, but he's a sorority chef.
oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I've seen, because
I don't
someone
know.
did a video that I watched where there was the sorority chef, but then there's a different guy that's a fraternity chef, and like the difference is like really crazy.
I want to watch that. I think I heard about that video.
I can't remember what it was, but
But
something about
yeah,
it.
the meal plan obviously costs money,
Yeah.
and yeah, I did have the meal plan, which is why my bill, well, it would
Hmm.
still be really expensive without that, but
Yeah. Was the meal plan like somewhat reasonable?
yeah, it was like comparable to like the actual college meal plan, so
Hmm.
a lot of people went with that instead. But also like if you got the meal plan like for the school, like that shit is like more unlimited, like and
Yeah,
more
you got to go
hours.
basically any, yeah.
At the sorority one, like there's certain lunch hours and dinner hours, and if you miss it,
Yeah. So better food, but way less convenient.
yeah. So,
Pros and cons.
um, also like a lot like most of the girls had the meal plan, and then like everyone's kind of eating dinner together, so it's more sisterly.
That's nice. I mean, yeah, that, like I said, there's some things that I get why it would be slay. It's like built-in family. Like, every whatever day I go and have dinner at the house with all of the sisters and, you know,
Yeah,
something to do.
yeah. So it can be fun as long as you like the people you're surrounded with. Scroll down again, you can see my composite photo.
Very nice.
This black thing is like a thing they drape over you.
Yeah, like senior pictures.
And
Or
this picture is forever on the wall in the house somewhere. In the
with your
20,
side part,
yeah, in the whatever year.
2016,
The
2017.
it's like the big photo with all the yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure you've seen one.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, forever memorialized there. We also had a house mom. Her name was Sue,
Sue.
and she was this I honestly was always kind of confused about her, but she lived in the house. She had like her own room, and
Mm-hmm.
she basically like was like the house manager, I guess, and she would like order stuff for them if they needed it. And she was always there and like being a slay lady, so she was cool.
I know about that very tangentially from the House Bunny,
Oh yeah.
the movie.
Yeah, movies show sororities completely different than what
The
they
House
are.
Bunny and Sydney White, I think, are was that the one that the Amanda Bynes one where she's trying to
I
be in the same sorority as her mom, her dead mom?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what it's called.
I think it's, I don't know. It doesn't matter, but that's my only exposure basically.
So yeah, there like the philanthropy is definitely a big part of it for me at least it was well not for me but like for my experience
Hmm.
and my sorority there would be like events every few months for like fundraising for breast cancer
Hmm.
especially in October.
Yeah. Happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month, everyone.
Oh yeah.
You're wearing pink.
Wow. Every year we had to sell strawberries because strawberry is one of our symbols and that was pretty overwhelming because you had to if you couldn't sell your strawberries like you had to buy them out. Yeah, like you
You
had to
had to.
pay you had to pay for the price of them if you couldn't meet the selling minimum. So that was
Okay.
pretty crazy.
After you paid
Yeah.
$600 a month. Okay.
Yeah. So that was pretty the strawberries were really good though.
Usually when they do like fruit like fundraisers, it's always really slay at least.
Yeah. But it was strawberry day was crazy because the strawberries would be delivered and most people like would sell them back home. So like you would have to go get your strawberries and then drive back to
Go home.
Atlanta
Yeah.
with all your strawberries and distribute them. So it was just like crazy.
When you're already paying dues.
Yes. I don't even want to add up the amount of money that the shit cost me for only 2 years too.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty sad to think about, honestly. What was the TikTok thing that we were talking about? The sweetheart, the
Oh
sweetheart.
yeah. I know that's fraternities, but I don't understand why anyone would want to be a fraternity sweetheart.
Yeah, when I was watching that video, I was like, wait, so you're basically their mom.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I sent it to you and I was like, what the fuck is this? And you were like, she's a sweetheart. I'm like, I understand that. I mean, why would you sign up? Like, is she being punished?
It's such a weird vibe, like, and like the mindset you're in
Like,
when
I'm
you're,
not trying to be mean. So,
I
like,
know.
if any of our subscribers are sweethearts, I hope that you loved it. I am just confused.
So I don't want to just come out and say that all fraternity sweethearts are pick me girls because that's definitely not the case.
It just feels like the type of girl that wants to be like surrounded by only, because like you could join a sorority
Yeah.
and be around girls and girl stuff, but instead you're choosing to basically
Well, usually the sweetheart is in a
in
sorority
the
and
sister sorority or something.
she's in the
Or
fraternity sister sorority.
okay.
So she is in a sorority.
But so then that's even weirder. You're choosing to spend more
Yes.
time with boys.
So I don't I don't really know the point of having a sister fraternity, but I think kind of like they work together for their philanthropies and stuff. I think it's
Yeah.
probably to pool money together, honestly. And I guess the sweetheart's job is to kind of keep the peace. The sweetheart thing wasn't really that significant at my school.
The fact that it's someone like their age is what is weird. Like if it was like a woman adult, that wouldn't be that strange, but it just seems strange to like I don't know. It just feels just a dynamic I can't imagine myself in. I guess I'll leave
Yeah,
it at that.
yeah, definitely. I yeah.
But again, I mean, if you did that and you loved it, like I'm happy for you. Like that's great.
So the fraternities, honestly, I feel like used the girls a lot
I
because
was gonna ask that. Like, is sorority culture or fraternity culture bigger or equal?
I feel like it's kind of equal
Like,
at
what do the
least.
boys do to make money?
Well, the boys throw their darties and charge cover and that
That's
kind of
crazy.
yeah. And I think I don't I don't really know like who pays for that.
So boys are allowed to drink in letters?
Yes, you're allowed to drink in fraternity letters and you're allowed to have alcohol on premises of frat houses, but there's no alcohol in sorority
You
houses.
can't even have a red cup if you're in a sorority, right?
You shouldn't be photographed and know on your Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
Except
that's why
for
the sweetheart just wants to fucking party in her letters.
yeah, but except for on game days, you have a button with your letters on it. You're allowed to drink in your button because people you want as many of your group there. Like you want to
Hmm.
advertise.
Yeah.
You want to be fun. You want to
Yeah.
be a fun girl. That's what they're called, the fun girls.
The fun girls.
There was like a group chat in our pledge class, and literally it was called the fun girls, and not everyone was in it. It's crazy. Like some of the girls that were
Well,
literally
not everyone's a fun girl.
true, but like it's they probably were fun girls. They just weren't fun enough for
Yeah.
the fun girls.
They were fun but ugly.
Yep.
Just kidding. They wouldn't let an ugly person in.
Unless they were a legacy girl, and then you have to.
There's no way to not let someone in if they're a legacy.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that earlier, but yeah, if you are a legacy, like you're basically getting in.
Didn't work for Amanda Bynes' character in the movie.
Yeah. I honestly never understood the legacy girls because it just never looked like they were ever having fun.
That's what I was gonna ask, is because I know, like, for example, I remember when I was getting ready to go to college, well, my ex stepmom,
Oh God.
Lindsay, yeah, she was talking. She was like, "Oh, I don't regret it at all. Like, you definitely need to rush." And I had no idea. Like, I literally I knew less then than I do now. I didn't even really think I knew that sororities and fraternities were even like I knew they were real, but I didn't know they were like common. Like I thought they were
Yeah.
mostly like movie like joke. I
Yeah.
had no idea. And I wonder, I guess I don't know if Emma rushed the same cuz are you still a legacy if it's a different college?
Yeah, but you're a
Okay.
double legacy if it's the
If
same.
it's the same college. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fascinating. The only reason I could have ever seen myself rushing a sorority, and I mean, this like obviously means that my entire life would be totally different, so it's completely moot. But like, I think if I was like a super legacy, like my great grandmother, and my grandmother, and my mom, like, I wouldn't want to be the person
Yeah, that's
that
true.
broke the like legacy-ness of
Yeah.
it, I guess. So I probably would have just for, well, again, this would be a very different world because if that much of my family rushed, my family probably would have been better off because it's not cheap. Otherwise, I just can't see myself finding it worth it to spend
It's pretty crazy because
that amount of money for what you get, for you still
some
having to pay so much out of your pocket.
some girls literally worked jobs to pay for their dues. Like they only had a job for that
So they could
purpose.
be, I mean,
And
and again, I'm not yucking anyone's yum. If you loved
no,
it and it was worth it every penny to you, then like I'm really happy,
I
I'm glad that
truly,
it was worthwhile for you cuz to
I
me I
would
don't
be,
understand that.
I would be curious to see like a survey of like the people that I was in college with, like Do you think it was worth it? I mean, all the girls that still go to each other's weddings probably would say yes, but they were
Yeah.
all super rich.
Yeah.
They weren't the ones working to pay for it.
Yeah. I guess, it's just interesting. Especially learning that you have to pay for so much because okay, you pay for it, but then there's all of these events and there's all of this like fun stuff that you get to do, but then it seems like most of the really fun stuff you have to still financially support. Like it's
Yeah.
not like included because of your dues. Your dues are just nothing.
Yeah, like what do the dudes actually pay for? I don't really know. I guess like the house, honestly,
Yeah.
because I
But I
know
mean, how
that
old is the house? Because I mean, presumably there's no mortgage on it anymore. Like it's been owned for however many years, right?
I have no idea. But
Most
yeah,
of
that makes
them?
sense. Yeah. But I guess like the upkeep of it and like to pay
Yeah, but I
the
mean,
bills.
$600 for hundreds of girls
Wait, yeah, you're right. There's
is
like
a lot of
literally hundreds.
money.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure that I'm not, like it has to cover.
And like to make the content, like hiring people, putting together like stuff for events.
I guess yeah, the staff because I mean, how much staff do you have? Do the alumni make a salary for like
I think they have other
advising or whatever?
jobs. That's
But
like
but
volunteer
do they?
basis.
I don't know. Sometimes you get a stipend for that kind of stuff.
Oh, well,
Um,
if they do, then that would be cool, but I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm just thinking. I mean, because someone's event coordinating, right? And they have to have a
Yeah,
salary.
true.
Presumably, the obviously has a salary.
So this is a sheet sign, and someone hand painted that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Crazy.
there were pretty artistic girls in each group, and like there was a event every year called Derby Days, and dances would be choreographed, and it, like each sorority would dance, which was pretty cool. I always wanted to be in the dance, but I definitely wasn't a dancer. And that'd be
Boo.
really scary because you have to perform for all of the Greek life people. And then like
Yeah.
whoever wins, like then they're the winner of it and like you're the best. So you really want to win. There's like a
Yeah.
lot of competition between
Yeah.
sororities.
I was just thinking that is that I wonder if it's kind of like this isn't like to seem sexist or anything. Like it's kind of a way for competitive girls that aren't athletic to be
Yes.
able to because like you're in competition, but like and again, this isn't offensive. Nothing in this episode is meant to be offensive. All of my sisters were in sororities. I have no issues with it. I just am fascinated and perplexed by them.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's one of the few times in life that you get to compete over like slayness.
Yeah.
Basically, you're like, I'm competing to be the coolest. We want to have the coolest outfits and the coolest art and the coolest dance and the coolest events and go to the coolest parties and have the coolest Instagram. And you're competing over being cool,
Yeah.
instead of competing academically or competing in sports or being an
Yeah.
artist or something like you're doing it in that which is again that's fine like especially like I mean I'm thinking about like the sheet painting girls maybe you're someone that's really skilled but you're just like that going to art school doesn't make any sense so you're going to school to be an accountant or whatever and you were in just a sorority so that was your chance to be able to do
Yeah.
creative
It's like
stuff
an
like that's
outlet.
there's there's a lot of reasons I'm sure that sororities are really great for specific sects of people,
Yeah, for
but
sure.
it's just fascinating to me. It's just very different than my college
Yeah.
experience for sure.
But that's kind of what I was saying earlier was how fraternities kind of like use the girls in the
Hmm.
sorority because like the Derby Days event I just mentioned was not like a sorority event. Like that was a fraternity event to raise money
Hmm.
for them.
But
But
then they
yet
got the girls so that people
all
will
the
come and watch the girls
all the girls are actually performing, doing the
doing
event.
work. Yeah.
So it's like what are you actually doing?
Sounds like a
So,
male run organization to me.
yeah. Yeah. And I mean, obviously, we all know fraternities get way more leniency because think about all the
Hmm.
fucking people who die every year.
Yeah. Well, and I mean the stereotype is literally drunk frat guys and they're allowed to drink. They're not it's not illegal for them to.
It's like quite
So,
literally part of their thing.
yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting to me that the fraternity core morals, I guess. I don't know. Like it's so
Values.
different. Yeah, well, because with the fraternity, it's just interesting that like the reputation of your sorority is like so closely curated, and you have rules like you have to wear this, you can't wear this, you can't do this when you're wearing this, you can't do this at a party if you're wearing this, you can only have this, you can't post this, you can't be tagged and put photos like this. But
Yeah.
then with the frats, it's like they want to be known for being the craziest. It's just,
Yeah, it's
I mean,
very
shows the
interesting.
difference between what men and women have to do to be, you know.
Yeah. It's so also if your organization breaks the rules, you can be like I forgot the actual term, but you can be banned by the university or like put on probation, and then you can't have any events for like 6 months or a semester.
So you can't make money.
Yeah. And that would happen sometimes. There was this one event thrown by a fraternity, and I think like shit went down at the event or something, and then a lot of the sororities got in trouble for even being there, and it was pretty crazy. I
Dang.
literally, because like they would crack down on underage drinking a lot because obviously most of the girls are underage
Underage
because
and they're still drinking. Yeah.
yeah, because you're 18 and
I
like
wasn't 21 until I was a senior in high school
I
and
wasn't either.
college. College.
I wasn't either. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, during that event, like it was so I was such a fucking idiot. I Venmoed one of the girls for booze and I literally put the event and then alcohol in my Venmo like a dumbass
Yeah.
idiot. So,
That'll do it.
God, I'm so stupid. They probably talk so much shit about me for doing that. But why would I do that? Why would I put
Yeah,
alcohol? I
I
was
was about to
literally a
say
teenager.
to be fair, you could have just put the event in like a sassy emoji, you know, like you really went.
Not me trying to be really specific so they know what the money's for. Oh God, I'm so dumb. Yeah, so in my final thoughts, I would say that the experience is not worth the money. And if you're joining for the philanthropy, you can donate on your own and
You could
probably do
donate those
way
that same amount of money in dues.
yeah,
And
and it's gonna all go to that cause. If you're joining for friends, I can't really give advice on that because I'm so bad at making friends.
well, I mean, and that's another thing is that it depends on the type of person you are. Like,
Yeah,
because if you're like, oh, I don't know how to make friends, I'm going to join a sorority. I hate to say, but like, if you're not outgoing and like able to just like jump in and have conversations and be like that type of girl, then you probably aren't really going to make friends in the sorority because all the other girls are kind of like that. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like if you're a shy girl, I don't necessarily know that it's going to be like, oh, a sorority's worth it so that I can make friends and it's hard for me to make friends. Although like I said, I mean, if that was what happened for you,
that's
that's
not really.
great.
I mean,
But
that's kind of what happened a little bit. It's just hard because like the way it looks from the outside is just not how it is. Like it's still so cliquey
mhm.
because it's just so many girls. Like and
Yeah.
like they say that it's kind they want like a similar vibe, but like is it really like I know that at my school like there was one sorority that was kind of like for like the Christian girls, so like they did, like more Bible study kind of shit. Like
Mhm.
so like, if you were a Christian girl, like you could vibe with those girls.
Yeah.
And like there was another group that was like kind of known to be more party girlish. But then like once you get on the inside, like
It's pretty much all the
there's
same.
Jesus girls in my sorority. There were party girls, there were academic
Mhm.
girls, sporty girls, like so it really it's kind of what you make it, to be honest.
And I mean, like you said, if you did end up being lucky in your sorority and really loving a lot of the girls, and those were really friendships for life, like those are now the godparents to your children
Yeah, that's
and like
great.
maid of honor in your wedding, that's awesome. I guess my thing is just that, like, do we think that in life it's, how do I say it? Like, it's really awesome that you lucked out and that's how you found them, but like ultimately, you would have
Found them
found,
anyway.
I mean, if not that specific person, like if you didn't join a sorority, I still think you would have very likely met girls that you ended up being very close to. I mean,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's not
definitely.
really different than meeting people at
Yeah.
parties or at like
Yeah.
orientation for the school or at school events, dorm events that they would have, you know what I mean?
It's just kind of hard because at a school with Greek life is the parties. Like
Yeah.
so
But I
like
mean, if you're not in a, you still, you can't go to party
no, you can, but it's just
different.
like I don't know, like the people who are in the know, at least in my experience, because I don't know, like you know about shit because of your organization and because of the
Yeah.
girls in there. Like you can definitely still join a sorority and like do nothing and make no friends and like still gain nothing from it.
Very fascinating. I still, I mean, no, I guess I, like I said, because my main thing is that I really just didn't understand why people join sororities. And, like, to be totally honest, on a baseline level, I still kind of
I
don't. But I do at the same time.
yeah,
Like, again, though, it's just a specific type of person, I
it
guess.
is. It definitely is. And have, I wasn't that type of person. I
I know. When I
thought I
found out that you
could
had been in
be.
a sorority, I was like,
I know. I thought I could be and I tried it out and I just wasn't. And I also didn't know much about like my mom wasn't in a sorority. I literally learned what they were when I was applying to college. So like I didn't know what I was getting myself
yeah.
into really. I thought it was just like what you do when you go to college.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because I was going to a college that had them. I'm
Yeah.
sure it would have been different if I wasn't.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, like I saying like that the only way to be in the know was to be in like one of those organizations makes sense because like obviously I don't have an experience with not being a part of Greek life in a school that has Greek life because SCAD didn't. I went to a community college. Sometimes community colleges have like those small like chapters of
Yeah.
different things, but I don't even know if we had that. But it's obviously it was certainly not something that was like big because yeah, I went to a small community college and then I went to art school. I can understand why if you're like a slay girl like that isn't how do I say it like a slay, not alternative girl. And if you don't join a sorority, then you're kind of on the outside because it's like
Yeah.
all of the slay girls that are people that I would want to be friends with are kind of already are in the sororities.
Yeah. And I did have a friend, she went to my high school and then she rushed with me. It was her sophomore year because she had been going to that school and she just wanted to try it out, I guess. And she had friends just fine without being in Greek life or
Yeah.
anything.
I
But
mean,
she just had a different experience at the school than I did, too.
everyone is different. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people would hear all of the things that you said in this video and be like, all of those things sound really, really, really fun to me and special and awesome. And then it probably is worth it to you. To me, that is so much money for. But that's just also because like I just wasn't really into that stuff. I wish I was more into it. If I could go back, I would be like when they would do special scat events, like have like dances or have like
Yeah.
you know, like workshops and stuff like that. I almost never went to them.
I think
So,
that the one thing that you would have liked about it is all like the themed events and
yeah.
themed parties because
I love a party, but I can just throw a party.
yeah, but like every single party, like they would rent out a bar and
Yeah.
it would be like a theme and you would dress up. Like I had like a box of themed shit. So I
I
think
guess
you
it
would have liked
sucks.
that, but why would you
Be-
have to pay thousands of dollars to do that?
yeah, well that's what I was about to say is that it makes me wonder how much having Greek life affects a college's ability to have fun events that aren't Greek life. Like I'm thinking like how do I like if there wasn't Greek life, then would other clubs that are not like exclusive in the same way have events that are really fun that were like that
True.
everyone could go to, but obviously they don't do it because it's like the sororities like thing, you know what I mean?
Well, actually, looking back, that stuff did exist. There definitely was stuff put on that wasn't involved in Greek life, but probably not as much
Yeah.
because Greek life probably brings in a lot of money to the school.
Yeah. A double-edged sword for sure.
Yeah, it was a very interesting time period, and I think that it only works in a college setting because why would it just you can't
Yeah.
once you're old enough to think about it, then it just makes no
Well,
sense.
and is it like I know that like back in the day, Or I don't know because but I've heard people say, and I don't know if it's still like this. I mean, and it obviously wasn't really your experience, but like it would be a thing where it's like, oh, since I rushed a sorority, anytime that I move somewhere, like, oh, I'm moving all the way across the country and I can look up other people that are in my chapter that live here and then I can like make friends with them. Like, is that something that people actually do?
I don't think so.
Because I understand that as a benefit, but I'm like, I don't think that in my 40s I would want some girl that used to be in a chapter of my sorority at a different school to be texting me like, "Hey, I just moved into town. I'm trying to make friends." I would be like,
Yeah. I mean, they used to
I mean,
tell us to
but
like
maybe that's mean. Maybe that's mean, girl. Maybe that's what is really
they
slay and awesome.
they used to tell us like to put it on our resume and stuff because it's such good networking, but in my adult life, no one has ever brought it up or said anything. Maybe I'm just not in the right circles because I know that there are big alumni groups, but you have to
I
keep paying.
Yeah, yeah. And I would think that it's just also luck. Like I think it would be less of,
Yeah.
oh, because I'm a Zeta or whatever, I'm getting XYZ, and it's more like, oh, I saw that this girl that was in my sorority is working at this place. I'm gonna reach out to her.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's networking, but it's not like putting a sorority on your resume. Someone's gonna see it and be like, hire her over
Yeah.
everyone else
Unless
because
there was a Zeta who was the hiring manager who was like, "Oh my God."
yeah, but like, is that really going to
No.
influence it? That like maybe if you were exactly equal with another candidate, they're like, oh, but she was a Zeta. That's really cool. Like maybe, but I don't really think, you know.
Yeah. But I'm also not seeking it out because why would I do that?
Yeah. So like, I mean, like, it's like you said, and that's why we're not being haters.
They do find
Obviously,
me everywhere though. They found me at my new address in Massachusetts and still mail me shit,
well, hell
which
yeah.
is crazy.
The devil works hard, but
So yeah,
if it's slave for you, that's awesome. I'm still sort of
yeah.
perplexed by it all, but
I truly wish that it could have been Slayer for me. So yeah, if I had a daughter, I'd probably try to tell her no, do not do
yeah.
this. Just and I would explain why.
It just seems like all the things you can get out of it, you can get out of by joining other organizations that are less strict and strange and
Yes,
expensive, you
it is
know?
very strict because it's like you can't really like there's so many rules. Like why do you want to pay to have all these
That's what
rules?
I never got is that it's like, okay, so I pay all this money and then if I post something bad on my Instagram, then I get charged money
And it's so weird too
or
because
somebody tags me in something and
yeah,
then I get charged money.
or actually you would get a DM from like an unknown Instagram account being like take this down or they would comment on it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That never happened to me because I was too scared. But
Yeah.
and also I wasn't really posting me drinking anyway because you're kind of not really supposed to do that.
Yeah. I never did posted myself drinking until I was well over the age of 21 because I was
Yeah.
a I don't know, it always made me nervous.
It's such weird vibes because even on the inside, like everyone complains about all that shit.
It's
So
like
it's
a
like, why are we doing this? Like it's very bizarre.
yeah.
That's why I say like this could only work when you're like young and in college because it makes kind
It
of no
definitely
sense.
preys on the feeling you get when you first move away from home, where you
Yeah.
feel so overwhelmed all of a sudden with the fact of like, I'm somewhere where I don't know anything, I don't
Yeah.
know anyone. I feel so like, because even in like high school, when you don't have a lot of friends at your high school, you know everyone and you know like the social structure and you understand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, well, obviously, I knew everyone. I went to a tiny school. I guess you probably didn't know everyone, but you know what I mean. You know the people around you, even if you
Hmm.
don't like them. And so, by joining a sorority, you get to have that effect. Even if you don't end up like loving all of those people, you suddenly have like a
True.
place where you have people that you can ask questions and like get help with things. Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I mean, I get that.
I
I
get that.
just
It's
the money is just what I don't get. It's just so expensive,
it's
and I
so
mean, you went
much.
to a smaller school. I can't imagine
Oh
what my
yeah.
sister spent at Bama.
Yeah, my you saw the 1989
Yeah,
50 bill. That was like for one semester, I think, or maybe it was for 3 months. I don't know.
yeah.
Like those schools, their 6 months of dues is like 4 grand, depending on how much extra shit you buy, like all the shirts, which you want to have all the shirts.
Yeah, because otherwise you're like the odd man out and then it's not fun
Yeah,
anymore.
and plus, like when you're in it, like like you feel cool when you wear your letters because
Yeah. And then that means that anyone that reckon like it's a conversation starter and
Hmm. I don't have any of my shirts anymore. I sold them all on Facebook because there's like groups for,
yeah. Well, no, that makes sense because then you can get it cheaper.
yeah. I tried to sell my badge, but you're not allowed to.
Dang,
The shit was like $70
that's insane.
for a tiny pin,
Um,
which again, not included, and you have to buy it. How does anyone afford that? Like, genuinely.
Loans, I guess.
Yeah,
Like if you're not rich, I don't know.
that's
I don't
wild.
know. I know that for a lot of families, like they really see it as worth it. Like, and it's like a non-negotiable. Like she's gonna rush and she's gonna do this. I mean,
Yeah, and because of that, they can basically charge whatever.
yeah.
I wonder how Greek life will evolve over time. Like, I wonder if it will ever kind of die out.
Right now, it seems to be pretty strong, but I don't know. It makes sense to me in certain situations, but it's so big that I know that not everyone that is joining it are joining it in those specific situations. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, if it was smaller, I would be like, oh, okay, cool. But since it's such a big thing and it's so much, and I just like still really don't understand how it's worth it to people, it's just like very
It really
perplexing.
is like, okay, the person before me did this, so now I will do it.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like that, especially when hazing was bigger,
yeah,
that's how fraternities work, I know for a fact. Like, that's why hazing is perpetuated.
yeah.
Because I went through this, so now you will too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and that does build like
Community.
yeah a brotherhood around it, as weird as
A
it is.
really toxic one, though,
Yeah,
but we're not ready
yeah,
to talk about that.
yeah. This is the sorority episode. I'm too scared to learn about fraternities. I don't want to know all of that.
It's pretty disturbing shit.
And what I know is disturbing enough.
I had a boyfriend, my college boyfriend was a pledge when I was with him, and it was rough. This girl I knew in high school, she worked at the dry cleaners with me. Her boyfriend passed away from hazing. His
Damn.
parents are like hazing activists now. I follow their Instagram.
I mean, there is a certain, and somebody always has to take shit too far, right? Like, because at its core, it could be not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Like there's a line of like, hey, slightly silly, slightly humiliating thing to like prove that you're in it with us. But then like why do they have to take it and make it like
The
so crazy?
the things I've seen, bro. At one of the fraternities, they would oil all of the boys up, and they would have to like roll on the floor and wrestle, and it was like a party. Like people would go. It was like for their Founders Day or something. And
Yay.
who cleans that after? Well, I guess they do.
The sweetheart.
No, not the sweetheart. The pledges.
Well,
And
they're boys, so they don't do a good job.
and they're also just like wasted. And there was also, oh my God, there's so much fucked up shit. Like things got violent, things got
Well,
crazy.
anytime you mix men with a lot of alcohol, that's already a pretty big issue, to be honest. And then you add on that you're being encouraged to do like risky, stupid stuff. Like, not only is it like acceptable, but it is in fact like preferred.
Yeah.
It's just asking for trouble. I mean,
Like we don't understand sororities. I don't understand fraternities, bro, because you're literally paying to get physically abused.
yeah. You get
Abused.
to, because you get to prove yourself.
And
For what reason?
psychologically.
None. No reason.
A lot of what my boyfriend at the time went through was like psychological torture. Like they would put them in a room, like in a shed in pitch black and play music, the same song loud as fuck for hours, and
That's literally what they do to June in The Handmaid's Tale.
they would have to sort Skittles by color in the pitch black for hours and all while being completely wasted and being forced to drink throughout this whole time. Like what the fuck? That shit
Sounds so fun. And you're paying to do this
like that is disturbing shit, and I can't believe that that shit happens. I feel
every
like
year.
it's just so disturbing and scary, and I couldn't imagine.
But we have a little thing called a prefrontal cortex that's fully formed, and
Yeah.
that's why we're able to think this way. Back when we
Like,
were 18, that wasn't the case.
it's just crazy. Like, because at the time I didn't think it was right, but I wasn't as alarmed as I should have been probably.
Well, because you also like realize how young you really are. Because when you're
True.
18 and
You
19, you
feel,
feel like you're old and you're grown and but then when you're 27, 28, you look back and you're like, I was a child still. Like, yes, I was an adult technically, but I was a child.
yeah.
I was a
It's
child
so,
until I was probably at least like 22. That's
yeah,
when I finally
literally.
started being like more actually adult.
It's pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah.
But yeah. So,
Well, fascinating. I'm disappointed to say I'm not sure that I have a further understanding. I guess I just never will. I guess I should have had my sisters on as guests to explain to me why it's worth it.
yeah, I guess we should have talked to someone who's in it right now.
Well, that was great. Final verdict is
Save your
I,
money.
I don't get it, and Blake doesn't get it either, and she did it.
Yeah, so that's my take, but you have your fun.
Yeah. But yeah, exactly. On this podcast, we never yuck anyone's yum unless their yum is something illegal, and then we
Yeah.
yuck it.
Or yeah.
But for sororities, if you pledged and you loved it and it was worth every penny, and you look back on the years with fondness and joy and have friends, or even if you don't have friends from it still, and you look back on it and you love it,
That's totally fine. I'm
I'm happy
jealous
for
of
you.
you,
And
honestly.
write a comment below. Tell
Yeah,
me about it.
please
I would
tell
love to have my
us.
perspective changed. I just still am not really understanding it, but
Yeah.
fascinating. Fascinating stuff.
Yay.
Yeah. So, pet sesh?
Pet sesh?
Pet sesh. I'll just cut this and make it my pet sesh. These dumbass animals.
Olive,
It
please.
just. There's your pet sesh. Let Pulaski out. I'm sorry. They're being so bad today.
Jesus Christ, Olive. Olive's new trick is to jump on top of this fucking bookshelf
Oh,
and
great.
then jump off of it from high heights. Yeah, I am terrified of this, and it's on my list to get some sort of anchor, but it's hard to anchor it because it
Yeah.
can't be fully flush. It freaks me out every fucking time because if that shit falls and someone's under it, they're dead. Olive's dead, Took's dead.
Everyone dies. Sorry, Toast is whining. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but it's not my problem, I guess.
Olive, please. Jesus.
Unruly pets today. Here at the tail end, we will again wish everyone a happy Taylor Swift release weekend. To
Yes.
all of those who celebrate, and if you don't celebrate, you should try it sometime.
Yeah, you
It's
really
really
should.
fun.
You might be missing out. Fun to be a
uh,
showgirl.
it is. I'm loving being a showgirl. Anyway,
Thank you for
yeah.
watching all.
Yes, that's the show. And
Subscribe.
yeah, subscribe, and I'll see you on Friday.
Bye.
Bye.